Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be covering some transfer news. There's a lot going on in the world of football at the moment, and I mean a lot. The transfer window has been mental this year. Messi to PSG. That's the main one, but there's been so much more. I can't even think about them right now. But there's been loads of crazy transfers. Obviously Ramos to PSG. Anyone to PSG, mainly. But yeah, so there's been really big transfer news going on at the moment. We've got Ronaldo possibly going to Man City, or at least leaving Juve. And Mbappe, a second bid has just been rejected by PSG from Real Madrid. So we're going to talk firstly about whether we think it's going to happen, and secondly, is it going to be good business or not? So I know Adam's definitely got an opinion. We'll start with Ronaldo to City. Is it happening? Yes or no?
100%. I honestly put money on it. I'm convinced he's going to go to Man City. I think in terms of Guardiola, he needs another striker. I think it's enough to win the league right now, but Man City's team at once quadruples, one trebles, one everything. I think Ronaldo's a great short-term option. I think obviously in the future I want to get a player card and there's someone else, but right now they need to be sensible, to be smart how to play the money. Yes, people might go over £25 million for 30-60 hours a lot, but one, it's Ronaldo. Two, obviously with shirt sales, stuff like that. Just in terms of getting new fans, like a lot of people are going to want to watch Man City when Ronaldo comes, and I think in terms of Ronaldo as a player now, he's still got it. He's not as quick as he once was, but I think in terms of when our players are helping him out, I think he'd be great, but he's not a sort of team carry anymore. And I think with wingers like Sterling, of course, De Bruyne, Foden, you got so many good players that are playing inside of him. I think for 1 to 2 seasons, I think he'd be a great fit for Man City, and I think as a short-term option, I can't see it going wrong, and I think the player, I think he will go to Man City.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm 50-50, but I strongly believe that Ronaldo, that this move for City is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. The struggles for years and years and years to get bums on seats in the Etihad. It's called the empty had for a reason. Now, if they sign Ronaldo, they are two birds, one stone. Pep needs a striker and the club needs supporters. This will bring in so many City supporters, and obviously I live in Manchester, people didn't know. And I know personally, I would go see a City game just to watch Ronaldo play. If it was a big clash, it's not even a big clash. As long as I knew Ronaldo was playing, I would happily watch a game. And I think that's massive for City. Something they've struggled with for years. They've had big players, but nothing like a Ronaldo who's going to bring in so much support. So I think for them, it's a no-brainer. It is just a case of, does Ronaldo want to cut those ties with United? And as well, do City want him in terms of the team? Because if Pep doesn't want him, I wouldn't bring him in, because then that's just a massive ego, and Pep's going to be pissed off. But I do hope it happens, at least, for a footballing perspective. Not because I want City to win the league, because Christ, no thanks. What are you thinking? I don't think you think it's not going to happen, do you?
I don't know if I'm just believing in sentiment that he wouldn't want to cut ties at Man United, but I really don't think it's going to happen. Like I just can't see. Like I was listening to some interviews on TalkSport, particularly some Man City fans saying they wouldn't celebrate Ronaldo goal, they wouldn't want him to sign, and then just thinking logistically, Ronaldo mightn't play every game. So what do they pick Ronaldo for? Just the Champions League games, or?
Well, if they want,
top Premier League game,
yeah, but if you want to win the City, want to win the Champions League. It's not a secret. City want to win the Champions League. Ronaldo, he's not going to win you a Champions League, but he's by himself. Not by himself, but not that he did at Real and that. But he is going to boost them massively. Like, it's going to be a massive boost for them. Honestly, I think do you see him sign for City? I think PSG will be odds-on favourites easily.
The thing with me though is, if you look at the Champions League final, City didn't lose it because they didn't have a striker. They lost it because Pep was arrogant and didn't play a centre defensive midfielder, which allowed Havertz to float, and eventually he ran beyond the defence to score the goal. So Ronaldo in that game wouldn't have made that much of a difference.
I just think, right, if you look at the service he'd be getting, that's some of the best service. It's some of the best service he's had in his career. Like, now as well, he's more of a target man, Ronaldo. You put the ball at his feet, he scores goals. And, he still can outleap 99% of centre-halves.
So put Peter Crouch in that team, he would score 30 goals a season.
Yeah, but exactly, though. That's the point. Is that, you got balls coming in from those wings from Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Mahrez, and then you got them coming in from behind with Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, and Rodri obviously at CDM. And then you got your fullbacks, Cancelo and Walker whipping in balls. Ronaldo is going to have a field day. Like, it'll make him look revitalised. even though because I know I'm not having to go at Juve because they've got good fullbacks, good wingers, but not the same quality that City have, not the same creative, but also ability to put it at someone's feet. I just think it would be the amount of goals you would get would be ridiculous. I think you'd get more in the Champions League again because against these crappy SIs, the wingers are going to take on everyone. Just whip it straight into Ronaldo, goal. Straight into Ronaldo, goal. Honestly, it will be like a game of bloody FIFA if he plays it at City, in my opinion.
But what's the one thing Ronaldo wants really? Trophies. That's something he loves. You see him at Juventus. You see how nice he was last season, how not well he was playing at times. I mean, at Man City, you guarantee trophies. It doesn't matter what you do. Carabao Cup, you're going to get that. Premier League, you're expecting to try and get it. And a player like Ronaldo, like, yes, of course, he's got his background in Manchester now. What does he own Manchester United? Like, he wasn't born there. He doesn't live in Manchester. I mean, yes, he had a great season there, well, a great few seasons even, sorry, and obviously he's got a great connection with Alex Ferguson, but that was like over 10 years ago now. I mean, you're expecting to still be loyal to Manchester United. I mean, Man City is such a good option for him in terms of what you can get from the club. And I mean, yeah, might not play game, but in terms of Ronaldo, like, he's gonna get you goals, and it's as simple as that. I mean, for £20 million, there's not a better striker in world football you can get for £20 million right now.
No, I agree. I agree. I don't care how old he is. You spend £20 million on a player who is guaranteed to make you money. You know, business-wise, as I say, this is absolutely. There is no decision to be made about this. If you're a businessman, you're basically getting free money. Because even if he doesn't win you these titles and that, which he probably will, you're getting so much money from shirt revenues. You're getting bums on the seats. You're getting people interested in the club. People buying Ronaldo, anything related with City. It'd be good for the area as well. Do you know what I mean? Because around the Etihad, it's not. Also, you won't know this, but it's not a great area. It needs developing quite a lot. And you bring in a player like Ronaldo, there's more money to invest into that club again. People don't want to come to a crappy stadium and watch the best player in the world. They want to be, pampered and treated like the Nou Camp was with Messi. People came all the way to Nou Camp just to see that player more or less, and it was just the service and everything they had around that club and was built around him. And City could do the same with Ronaldo, and it would benefit the club. There's no one it doesn't benefit unless you're a United fan.
No, but for Juventus, though, like, Ronaldo is literally the president's not like Ronaldo. Ronaldo doesn't fit the player style. He's done it at Juventus. I can't see him seeing any more years at Juventus. Now, where else is he going to go? He could go to PSG, but Ronaldo is too arrogant to join Messi's team. You think he'd be, I'm going to be playing alongside Messi. I'm going to be second best to him. I mean, he's too arrogant to join Messi. He really is. He wants to be probably set with him the rest of his career. And I mean, who else is there? I mean, maybe Manu might try and get him just to prevent.
I do get a feeling that United would do that. That's you don't think that. Like, I think United would just go, you're not having him.
Not from what Oli said in his interviews.
Yeah.
I mean, Oli is he's not boss. I mean, yes, he's obviously not as good as a player Ronaldo, but even they've got so many strikers. We've got Cavani come back from injury. He's going to bang your goals in the Premier League. I mean,
I just love the image if Ronaldo scoring a banging header against United to win the derby, right? And then he wouldn't. I think he wouldn't be disrespectful, but then he's just standing there, and he's just getting boos. Rob booing him. They're all absolutely booing him, like boo, 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 and he's just standing like, I'd love to see it. I think it's because I'm a Liverpool fan. I just don't see it get done over.
I remember a few seasons ago when Mourinho beat Juventus 2-1. He did take his top and sued him for the Juventus fans. So I mean, there's no loyalty there anymore. I think he's loyalty live with Alex Ferguson, but of course he's retired many years ago now. There's no reason to not leave Juventus. He's obviously going to leave the club, and the Man City is just such a good option for him. I mean, yeah, the deal's already done in my head. That's honestly how I look at it. I think it's literally categorically done at this point.
Yeah, as I say, it just to me it makes less sense not to do it. Do you know what I mean? Kieran, I'll say you're the one that's sitting on the other side of this. Like, why do you think it doesn't make sense?
It's not that it doesn't make sense to either party. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Juventus want. I know that's the president. You said the president's not happy with it, but they struggled with Ronaldo last season in the league. Without Ronaldo, it almost appears to me like they're inevitably going to struggle more. So why would they want to fall any further behind than they are?
It's the money, apparently. Money is the issue. He's £1 million a week player.
Now, have you seen any articles? Juventus are literally putting asking price for Ronaldo. So, like, listen, you pay us £25 million and we will give you Ronaldo. That's it. They've got the asking price. They've got him on the transfer market. You can buy him for that much. Like, they don't need him. They don't, honestly, but they do need him, but they don't want him anymore. I mean, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's thrown out of anyone. Obviously, we always talk about president, but Juventus look ready to get him go. Listen, Ronaldo, thank you for your services. Go. That's honestly what my.
Well, it's probably a financial thing. Allegedly, it's like, so he's costing the club £1 million a week. He'll leave on a free at the end of the season. So they're thinking, get 25 million now, and then they'll probably save another, you're talking, I'm not really great at maths, but let's just say like 30 million on wages or something stupid, or whatever it is. They'll save a lot of money on wages as well. They'll save them 50 million to get rid of him. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking with money. And they have got other strikers. Yeah, they're nowhere near as good, but they've got Dybala, they've got Morata. Do you know what I mean? So they've got strikers. That's not their issue. And they signed Chiesa. Not signed Chiesa. They've got Chiesa, they signed Locatelli. They've not got a bad squad. It's just, they don't want Ronaldo. It's that simple. As you said, Adam. Right. I think we'll have to wait and see with this one. I don't know. I don't know what the odds are at the moment. I've not looked at the bookies' odds. I know City's the favourites to sign him, but as a football fan, I've got to see it happen. We'll move on to the transfer which could change where Ronaldo ends up, potentially. Mbappe to Real Madrid. Do we think PSG will sell?
Yes. I think Mbappe, he's been wanting to go all summer. As I said in the previous live stream, I mean, you can either sell him now for what? I mean, Real Madrid have got offered up 180 million euros for him, or you can wait a season and let him go on a free. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Yes, PSG is stinking rich, so they could be arrogant enough to go, listen, we don't need the money, we're just keeping an eye, yeah. But yes, I mean, in terms of winning the Champions League and stuff like that, they probably do need him. But really, though, he's not going to be too much of a miss this time with Messi coming in. He's such a game changer. Like, having all three of them up front, I mean, who knows? But personally, for Mbappe, I would honestly stay for another season. I don't know why he wants to leave. Like, sure, you want to play for Messi in your career before he retires, but yeah, it's his choice at the end of the day. He looks pretty convinced he wants to go to Real Madrid. I don't know what it is that's attracting there, but he really wants to move there, and I think it's going to happen. I think Real Madrid will put the money in. I think he will go.
Yeah. I think this is the opposite end of the spectrum to me in terms of business than the Ronaldo deal. The Ronaldo deal makes perfect business sense. This one makes no sense. Why pay that much money for a player you could get a free in the year? And why are PSG so adamant not to get rid of a player that they'll lose on a free in the air? Like, it makes no sense. The way that not the signing itself, the signing makes sense, but not for how much they're going to pay. And it doesn't make sense why PSG are resisting so much to sell a player who's in the last year of his contract.
I think PSG want Mbappe to stay. They've made that clear. They want him to sign a new contract. It's Mbappe himself who's forcing the move. So in that sense, if he's not going to sign the contract and you take money from him now, then keep him for free. I think PSG have made it very clear that they want 160 is a minimum. And until they reach that, then they're not going to sell, which I can kind of see why you're saying, like, it's a bit stupid when they could lose them on a free. But at the same time, he's one of the world's best players. Like, 160 million for him, you're never ever going to get another chance.
Yeah, I see their logic behind it. I think they're feeling very confident about being able to get him to stay and sign a contract. They think, right, if we just see for this transfer window and he doesn't go, or if he does go, he goes for loads of money. We can get after a couple of months with Messi and Neymar, you'll want to stay. I think that maybe that's their logic, that they know that allure of Messi and Neymar will make him want to stay, because at the moment he's probably trained with Messi no more than a week. Do you know what I mean? It's a week, maybe 2 weeks. He's not even started with Messi yet. Messi's not even played a game for PSG yet. So I can see why at the moment he's still like, I'll go to Real. And I hope it's not an ego thing with Mbappe. I hope he's not just going, I don't want to play alongside Messi. But he is, let's be honest, Ronaldo's his icon. Ronaldo's his idol. Ronaldo is who he looked up to. So if he's going to emulate anyone, it's not going to be Messi. He's going to go to that Real. He's going to be that big ego. That's who he's going to be.
I mean, I could see, even though it's a lot of money, I can see why Real Madrid are willing to pay the money now. With Mbappe, you're pretty much guaranteed La Liga. Barcelona's not a competitive team anymore. Who's your one? Atletico Madrid. Mbappe's going to actually kill them. And I think, yes, it's a lot of money, but he's going to get you guaranteed trophies. And you would think that even though he might not make the money back, it's going to get more trophies than that massive silverware cabinet they got. So I think he is worth the money. As Kieran said, he is one of the world's best. And I think Mbappe, I don't know why he's honestly going to go this season. I really would have stayed if I was him, but it's his choice. He seems intent to go, and I'm pretty sure he was a Real Madrid supporter, so obviously it's a dream move for him. Had a tough time to Euros, but he really will succeed at Real Madrid. He's going to have a great time there.
Well, you also mentioned that his success at Real Madrid. Do you think he'll score as many goals as he did in League One, because this is the only thing in the back of my head, and I know he's proved it on the international stage and he's proved it in the Champions League, but he'd be playing game in, game out in a harder league. I think La Liga's slightly harder than League One. I don't think it's a lot harder. I think, they've still got the main big teams, but it is inevitably going to be harder than League One, in my opinion. And so do you think you struggle to adapt, or do you think you'll just hit the ground running?
It could be a harder league, but the team's class. I mean, the thing with La Liga is anymore, it's tin pot in terms of who's going to win the league now. There's no competition anymore. Messi was the competition. He's gone. Atletico Madrid have got an aging squad, and I mean, they've got a great manager and always have been a good team, but they're not going to compete against Mbappe. Mbappe's going to kill them. I mean, yes, it's probably taken a little while to adapt to La Liga, but La Liga, it's not awfully different from Liga, in my opinion, in terms of the quality. About par, I would say, with the other teams around them. I mean, yes, they've got a couple of good squads like Villarreal, Valencia, these sort of teams will be okay, sort of mid-tier level, but the bottom 10's so bad. You got to start pad that to crap out with them. And I think for Mbappe, it's just going to be easy work for him.
Yeah, do you agree, Kieran?
Yeah, I do. And I had a couple of ideas why both sides might want to move. One, maybe Mbappe might, not necessarily from an arrogant point of view, but be looking at the fact Pochettino often played with two narrow players up front, Son and Kane at Spurs. So he might be looking at it that there's potentially only going to be Neymar and Messi as the first two in this narrow formation that Pochettino likes to play. And as well, Real Madrid might look at it that they need to sign Mbappe now, because say he is available on a free, that doesn't mean it's just going to be Real Madrid in January looking at him. I know he's been linked with Liverpool before. Other clubs, especially the Premier League clubs who could offer him more money, you might think twice about going to Real Madrid this early in his career. So I feel like it's a good idea to sign him now to guarantee him.
Yeah, I suppose so. But as you say, he's a Madrista. He's a Real fan. He's a Ronaldo. He looks up to Ronaldo. There's that classic photo of him with Ronaldo, maybe. Or maybe there's a photo of him with some big, footballer when he's younger. I think it's Henry actually. But yeah, I think no matter what, whether he goes in a free or whatever, I think he will end up at Real Madrid. That'll be his next destination, because he seems to want to go there. And there's a lot of players you can always tell the next move, and I think Mbappe is one of those players. Whether it's not Madrid, it's nowhere.
I don't know. I think he could be persuaded. Yes, obviously he did support Real Madrid when he was a kid, but I don't think that dictates when he goes a player. I think money's a big part. Obviously, the environment itself. You want to live in that sort of area. Do you want to get to know your teammates, like who's playing for that club? There's all sorts of things. And I think there could be clubs out there could persuade him otherwise, but he did seem dead certain Real Madrid. You would think that if there was to go in our season, that he would go there, but you never know. Football things change. No one's actually going to play a shit.
Yeah, well, the only thing I will cite for evidence of, and I'm sure you know very well about it, Adam, but evidence for a player really wanting to go somewhere and ending up there. Also, Alan Shearer, when he left Blackburn, United had a massive offer on the table for him. He was very close to signing for United, but he just, in the end, his heart was with Newcastle, and that's where he wanted to go. So the player does have a big choice in where they end up. So I do think if he's that adamant, that's where he'll end up.
But not every player's like Shearer. I mean, Shearer's turned down God knows how many trophies in Man United to come play for Newcastle. Not every footballer is like that. Some footballers will opt to get trophies or have a different career elsewhere. I mean, it depends. Depends on the person themselves. Depends on their background. Depends on how they think mentally. But all sorts of things. Like the only thing we know is obviously if you want to leave. And I mean, we can't tell what the player wants to do. And he's but yeah, I think he will go to Real Madrid. So I think he'll have a great time there. But you never know if he did stay at PSG somehow. Who knows where you go next season? But yeah, I'm convinced he's out this window, and I think he'll be the second most expensive player ever.
Well, I want to do a little bit of a not say a sidetrack, but a Lincoln player here. Harry Kane. Who knows we spoke about him since look, the move to City's off. He's staying at Spurs. Harry Kane now. Is he stuck at Spurs? Is he now? Because especially if Ronaldo signs City, is this Kane at Spurs the rest of his career now?
Well, I mean, eventually he probably will move, but he's going to be out of his prime by the time he does move. Levy's an awful owner. He doesn't care about Kane one bit. He wants Kane to stay just so he can get easy goals out of him, but he really is good. But like Zaha and Palace, you could say like there's no getting out. You've got to stay at the end of your contract, and this is how it's going to work with him. I feel for him quite a bit in terms of a footballer. He's up there. He's one of the best strikers, and He deserves to win trophies, which he's just never going to get at Tottenham. It doesn't matter how good of a squad Tottenham have, they do bottle every chance they get. And unfortunately, I think the best years have passed them. I don't see them getting close to a trophy in the next few seasons. That's the unfortunate truth for them. I think in terms of Kane, I think he have another good season at Tottenham, but his value will go down. I think teams just won't be interested in him anymore. I think there'll be a lot more young strikers coming up or different options that people want to go for. I think Kane's going to be knackered. I really think he's going to be in for a hard time.
I agree. I think he's stuck. I think he's stuck now. I think it was a now or never move for Kane. I can understand from a Spurs perspective and Levy because they've set a transfer fee and nobody met it yet. So why should he sell to a Premier League rival, his best asset, at a lower price? But in terms of Kane specifically, I think regardless if they sign Ronaldo this year or not, they'll go for a striker next year if they don't. And I don't think it would be Kane. I think it was now or never. I think by time, as Adam says, he would potentially be able to move. There's going to be so many young strikers on the scene that Kane's not going to be the one for anyone anymore.
Yeah, like you could at the moment, just one comes to mind. You could probably obtain Haaland for the same price, if not way lower. I think Haaland's release clause next year is 68 million, and if it's between Kane for 100 million or Haaland for 68 million, you know where Leicester City are going to go. They're not going to go for Kane because he'll be nearly 29 by that point. I think it's a never. It's never now. You know, he's not going to move. Now his next move will be a backwards move. Do you know what I mean? It'll be like he starts winding down his career.
If Kane gets really bad injuries, I'd take him out for like 2/3 of a season at a time. And I think, I don't know, there's not many teams that can really seem fitting into anymore. I think a lot of teams now are just, I don't know, it's Kane really that sort of strength I can be looking for these days. And we've seen a couple of years' time. I mean, I don't know. There's just so many people out there now. You see strikers come and go every single season. I think for Kane, I think he's knackered. I think eventually he will leave Tottenham, but he'll just go to a club that he won't want to go. It'll really be
I think he's going to MLS or like a sideways move.
It'd not be a City or PSG if he was.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there in terms of talking about all that stuff. Again, I mentioned previously we're now running a Champions League fantasy league. It's put a chance to win £20 for the winner of that league. And on top of that, we're looking to try and diverse and do a bit more content. We're looking at maybe doing tier lists or quick fire questions, stuff like that. If that's what you'd rather see than us just talking all the time, let us know. But yeah, apart from that, that's all of it from me. Bye.